Welcome back everyone. Now what have I told you? One of the best RTS games ever made is completely free. It has giant robot armies, orbital lasers, experimental weapons, massive battles and a surprisingly active community, and yet almost nobody talks about it. This is 0K, an open source RTS game that's somehow flown under the radar whilst offering some of the most chaotic and creative battles in the entire genre. Today we're going from a tiny commander standing in the wilderness all the way to huge mechanical armies, devastating super weapons and total battlefield destruction. If you've never heard of 0K before, trust me, you might be wondering why more RTS fans aren't talking about it. I'm playing it. So please stick around and watch this video for 5 minutes, because if you're an RTS fan, you're going to want to play this game. And don't forget, it's free. So let me show you how good it is. Like most strategy games, every match starts with a commander. This giant robot isn't just your headquarters on legs, it's your first builder, your first defender, and if it gets destroyed early, you're going to have a very bad day. The first thing we need is an economy. Unlike many RTS games where you're juggling dozens of resource nodes, 0K keeps things elegant. We need metal and energy, that's it. Metal comes from extractors that are placed on resource spots around the map, while energy is generated through solar collectors, wind generators, geothermal plants and other structures. It sounds simple, but controlling these resource locations becomes one of the most important parts of the entire game. The player who controls the more metal can build more units means more map control means even more metal, and that's how games quickly spiral into massive wars. Once your economy is underway, you can choose which factory to build. 0K just doesn't give you one generic production building. Instead, every factory completely changes how you play. Spider factories create units that can climb cliffs, tank factories focus on heavy armor, brute force, hovercraft skim across water, jump jet factories literally launch units through the air, and there's plenty more. One thing 0K does exceptionally well is movement. Units feel responsive, terrain matters, positioning matters. Even small engagements can become surprisingly tactical. A few raiders can slip behind enemy lines and destroy resource extractors. Fast scouts can reveal valuable intelligence. Ambushes can completely change the flow of the match. Every metal extractor destroyed slows their growth, every resource point captured strengthens ours. It's a constant tug of war across the map, and unlike some RTS games where players turtle for ages, 0K encourages aggression. The maps are large, the movement is fast, and there's usually something happening somewhere. Even in the opening minutes you can already feel the pressure building up. The stage where 0K really starts to shine is instead of just spamming one unit, the game rewards creating combined armies. Some units specialise in long range bombardment, others are designed to absorb damage, some disable enemies with EMP weapons, others provide radar coverage, stealth detection or support abilities. Every unit adds another layer to the battlefield, and because 0K uses physics-based engine, battles often create moments that feel completely unscripted. Explosion sends wreckage flying, units get pushed around by impacts, massive artillery strikes reshape entire engagements. The scale keeps increasing. What started as a handful of scouts has evolved into a fully mechanized war machine. Now the special weapons and the advanced tech in this game are incredibly impressive, and it's where things become ridiculous. The game features some truly devastating special weapons, massive artillery cannons capable of striking targets across huge portions of the map, nuclear missiles that can wipe out entire armies, strategic weapons designed specifically to break defensive positions. You've got advanced experimental units that feel more like bosses than standard troops. Getting access to these weapons isn't easy. You need strong economy, map control and enough time to invest in expensive tech. But when they finally come online, everything changes. Suddenly nowhere feels safe, defensive lines become vulnerable, entire armies can disappear in a second, and the battlefield transforms into complete chaos. It gives you proper epic moments that every RTS player lives for. Hundreds of units converging on a single objective, artillery firing from the rear, frontline forces pushing forward, aircraft screaming overhead, missiles flying through the air, explosions lighting up every corner of the battlefield. It's where all those economic decisions, expansions, factory choices, unit compositions, it all finally pays off. but one mistake here can cost everything. Lose too many units and your economy won't be able to replace them. Commit too early and you might walk straight into a trap. Wait too long and the enemies gain momentum. The battle swings back and forth. Both sides trading territory. Both sides throwing everything they have into the fight. And then a breakthrough. The defense begins to collapse. Front line cracks open. Our forces can surge forward. Enemy bases explode. Just explosions everywhere. Now the question I've got is just why isn't everyone talking about 0K? Honestly, I have no idea. It's free, it's deep, it's packed with content. It has giant robots, huge battles, unique factories, incredible physics, and enough strategy depth to keep RTS fans busy for hundreds of hours. It's clearly got overshadowed by bigger franchises and maybe never had the marketing budget, but maybe it's simply just one of them games that's a best kept secret. Either way, if you're an RTS fan and you've never tried 0K, it's absolutely worth checking out. And if you enjoyed this video, let me know what other hidden strategy games or hidden gems that you believe deserve more attention. Thanks for watching, please hit that like and the subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.